Hello, this is Sonia Dutta from The Drive Time Show. Thank you for joining me on the Sunrise Radio podcast.
Hello, my name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast. And do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
Hello, this is Sonia Dutta from The Drive Time Show. Thank you for tuning in to the Sunrise Radio podcast. And joining me this week is a very special guest. I'm in conversation with Acharya Nandita Pandey, who is rated as one of the top celebrity astrologers in India. She's been felicitated in the House of Lords and also by the state of New York for her work in astrology. Nandita ji, welcome to Sunrise Radio.
Thank you so much, and God bless you too. It's a pleasure to be on your show, and I'm really glad to be here with you since I've heard so much about you. So I'm so happy, and thank you so much for all your viewers also. May God bless you as well.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much. Nandita ji, I would like to start by understanding the concept of astrology a little bit more. And I'm sure that some of our listeners may also need to know how much relevance or significance does it actually hold in today's world?
Yeah, that's a very good question that you've asked. And it actually is, when I look back into astrology, it's been a science which has been there for thousands of years. And I would say at least 7,000 to 8,000 year old also we have mentions of astrology. And yet it holds a lot of relevance even today because it's primarily a study on planets. See, our ancient seers, who we used to call in India, back in India as saints, were primarily scientists. The way they have explained the movement of either Saturn or Jupiter, or which was the largest planet, or which was the closest planet to the sun and the solar system. It's quite mystical and quite amazing the way they have actually calculated the distances, and also, and you can find all about this in various shlokas or even in the ancient text called Vedas.
Sure.
Where, like, for example, I will just give you one word called Bhugol. Now, in Hindi, Bhugol means geography or Earth. We refer to Mother Earth as Bhugol. Now, when we break it, Bhu means Earth and Gol means round. So already this word has been used in our Vedic text, in our Vedas, as Bhugol. So they knew that Earth was round thousands of years ago. And when we actually go look into how scientists have discovered, almost 100 years or 150 years ago, we used to still think Earth was flat, and it was only once the satellites came up and, from space we could see that the Earth is in round shape. So that's beautiful. Now, astrology's relevance, it's still, in Indian astrology we calculate it by, we call it Ayan March, which is like a sidereal astrology, where we also calculate the tiltation of the axis of Earth. So we reduce that 23.5 degrees from whatever place and calculations, longitude and latitude that we calculate. And it is very precise. So the natal chart that is drawn when you are born actually broadly defines your lifestyle patterns or the kind of difficulties you're going to face or the kind of success you will have. It's a broader guidance. To go deeper into it, the 10th house of your horoscope also defines the karmic house or the house of karma, we say. So it also means that in spite of whatever planets that you have been born with, the impact of the planets, there is still a house of karma where the amount of hard work that you would do would actually bring in the kind of changes that you want or desired changes. And that's where the guidance comes in. You kind of try to help to appease it. If it is strengthened, we try to strengthen it further. So that, the idea is to make one's life happy and more aligned to the energies of the universe. So if we go into quantum physics, we say everything is energy. So,
yes.
You, I, the conversation we are having is energy again. So we're born with those energies of the planets. So the whole purpose is to balance the energies and to remove negative ones from one's life so that one's lifestyle is better and easier. So it's like that. So for example, like if I give you guidance, like astrology, like suppose I look into a chart and I see that this person would be extremely good in creative field. Now that person doesn't really know, and he's trying or she's trying to work hard in engineering field or maybe something very mechanical. That person might take up that mechanical job, but would really struggle hard. But on the contrary, if that person would take up a creative job, let's say even on engineering, if they go into software designing or web development or even programming, they'll do extremely well because that's where the planets are supporting them.
Right,
so it's all about how you balance the planets and how you work it out that what is best way and best outlook in your life. So it's like the planets will give you a broad guidance about what all can be done. It again is one's choice and one's karma that how one wants to go ahead with it because hard work is equally essential. But again, planets do play a lot of role. I'll give you a small example again. Like suppose in a class, we have two students, they are equally, one is hardly working hard and studying hard and yet out of 100, that child might get 100 out of 100 or maybe close to 90 or whatever grades. And the other child is really working hard and yet is not able to achieve that kind of a percentage. Maybe they are born on the same time, same place, same class they are in. The only difference, the impact is because the 10th house of your horoscope actually defines what are the rewards that you'll get of your hard work. So once we get to know that this person probably will get things easily, we still tell them that you need to work hard. But for the other child who has to work hard, so I recommend that, if you want that 100% result, probably you will have to do 200% hard work to achieve that 100% result.
Right.
But you can get that 100% result. So that's where astrology helps the child or anybody to, actually achieve success in life and happiness in life.
You mentioned Vedas earlier, and I know that Ayurveda puts a lot of significance on like the circadian clock and so on. Is there a connection with Ayurveda and astrology?
Yeah, see, they are all one and the same stream as we move forward because, again, Ayurveda is all about medicines. It actually goes into the medicinal aspect of Vedic text and all. And again, astrology, we have a lot of remedies where we do imply Ayurvedic medicines in it or Ayurvedic plants. We also tell them like, certain plant would be, basically astrology is about 27 nakshatras, which are like constellations, and 12 zodiacs, and 9 planets. Primarily, that's how we count it. Nowadays, we do add up Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus also in it, in the study. But now every planet is also aligned to a certain plant or a certain herb. And we do try to also know it's also about connecting with Mother Earth and connecting with the environment.
Sure.
So we tell them that, you plant certain trees or you do charities on these things or you maybe, donate these herbs and they'll help you. They'll, in a way, they'll balance your energies and that particular planet will appease. For example, if your Mercury is bad, so we ask you to plant basil leaves. So that is very healthy. Like, if you plant basil leaves in your house or you donate basil leaves, your Mercury will strengthen because Mercury has some properties that actually align with the energies of the basil leaves.
Right.
So it's like, for example, Jupiter, if there is a problem in Jupiter, so we ask them to plant peepal trees, and that helps. Or if Saturn is bad, we also say that, you can actually offer water to peepal trees. So it's like actually connecting with the environment and also simultaneously protecting our climate and environment. So astrology is beautiful science. It kind of takes up everything around it and helps a person. So it's not just guidance to a person, it's also telling the person that person has to connect to Mother Nature and to the environment and to your own surroundings. And actually, when your surroundings are in a happier state, you automatically, you enter into a happy life condition and a better life condition state.
So a lot of grounding there. What is Vastu and how does it work? Can implementing Vastu remedies change one's patterns for the better? Oh,
yes. Vastu is another aspect which is like an extension of astrology. So when I do Vastu remedies, Vastu is about energies of a house. So now in our basically religious patterns, we say Jat Pinde Tat Brahmande, which actually means where your microcosmos, the entire macrocosm exists. So within your own being, the entire universe and the cosmos exist. Now, when you are staying in a house, the house also has an energy. That every direction has a certain energy. And that is why when, it's all aligning to the energy of the universe. It's like when we talk about fishes that swim in the water, they don't clash with each other. They swim in that rhythm because they have that alignment with the universe. Now, what we are doing as human beings, we use our own super intellect and we keep clashing with the alignment of the universe, not really knowing that we're doing that. And because of that, we start facing problems. Now, the same comes to a person as such, and sometimes we pick up wrong houses which has wrong directions, wrong placements of main doors or windows or probably toilets. So that creates a lot of havoc and upheavals in one's life. But when you balance those energies, so that can improve 33% of your lifestyle. And I've seen so many people, and I've done so many Vastu. And once the Vastu implementations are done, slowly, steadily, you will see within 3 months' time, there are changes that will come up, and huge changes that come up. Like, one can see, like, for example, I'll say if you have toilet in the northeast side of your house, and this is for your viewers also, and the listeners as well, they can check in their house and they can use the compass and see if the northeast is disturbed, if there are stairs or there is a toilet there. There are definitely chances that the residents of the house probably will have severe headache problems, even to the extent of tumors or cancers in the longer run. So one can make out that, or there will be financial issues. The financial drainage will happen. Why this happens is because that corner is the most auspicious corner in the entire house. It is where the beautiful energies of the universe enter in the house. So the moment we create a toilet, we are draining that energy right there only. So it is not coming to the house. So it's very logical and scientific, and it's very beautiful. So that's also an area where, when you can actually work into that area and do those rectifications. You don't really need to break things up and all, but there are other remedies as well. There are Pairavastu remedies, there are mirror remedies, color rectification. There's so many things that are involved and intertwined. And that really helps. It actually, sometimes I feel that we go out and buy expensive clothes and go out and have expensive dinners. We don't bother too much about spending money on that. But we don't look into our houses, and we feel that, it's useless to spend money on this aspect. But if you actually get a proper Vastu guidance and get a proper Vastu rectification, it's like a lifelong sense of happiness, lifelong, it's like financial gains, growth, peace, happiness. So a lot of things that happen,
It's things we just wouldn't think about these things if you don't know. You actually have no idea what you could be creating in your own home, right?
Yes, yeah. And why does what is a home called? Why doesn't why don't we call it a house? We call it a home because we want peace there. The whole day we are working and struggling in office, we're trying to achieve our targets. At the end of the day, we want to come home, relax, and be with our family, have those beautiful energy. But if there are wrong vastu placements in a house, then there are chaos and stress back at home also. So you kind of don't feel like coming back to home, or even if you are home, you're so stressed out. And then it eventually leads on to problems like, various health issues or stress-related issues. There can be many problems, or relationship issues. Children don't listen to you. There are so many problems that will keep coming up and cropping up. So these can be mended by some little changes that you can make in your house, and you will see how beautiful your life would end up to be, and how the energies and harmony will come into your life.
Sure. Very, very interesting. You mentioned energy just earlier. You're an energy healer as well, and you talk quite a bit about chakras and energies. Can you throw some more light on this?
Yeah, that's another beautiful question you've asked. And you know what? Again, we have energy vortexes in our body, and we have this aura in our body around us that's called biometric, the energy zone. And in common language, it is called aura. We have a lot of cameras now, the cranial cameras, etc., who can actually scan your auras and tell you exactly whether it is dilapidated, broken, or it is healthy. So when you meditate or when you actually do chakral activation, etc., your aura will, when you look into the camera, you will see that how your aura was earlier broken, and after the meditation, how it is strengthened. So that's one part which actually scientifically signifies how meditation or chakral balancing can do wonders in life. But many people must have, especially in the Western countries, must have heard about law of attraction. Now, chakras are the energy vortex in one's body. Now, every chakra controls a certain part of your life, like, either your spiritual plane, mental plane, emotional plane, your materialistic world, financial world. So part of it. When every chakra is cleansed and energized through meditation, through mantra chanting, one sees those, because then your aura is strengthened, and every chakra is also related to a certain planet in the universe, like, the solar system that we talk about, so astrology. So you are also actually strengthening your planet. So automatically when your aura is strengthened, when your chakras are strengthened, your planets are strengthened, your life becomes easier. The life condition is elevated. You are happy. Your manifestations are very quick. In a regular practice of chakra healing, chakral activation, I've seen people manifesting. It's like blink of an eye. They want something and things will come in platter to them. Why? Because you become that magnet. You become that magnet of attraction, and you are actually moving in that high frequency vibration. You're raising your vibration to that manifesting level. So the law of attraction becomes much, much easier to achieve when you are under a proper guidance of proper chakral meditation. So that's what I do. I also give a lot of examples on how energy is, whether you can experience your aura on your own, and first-hand experiences of aura, because we do hear a lot about aura.
Yes.
But how can we actually believe in it until unless we experience it?
Yes.
And so I do that in my workshops, and when I meet people, I tell them, I said, you want to experience your aura, I'll give you a 2-minute exercise to actually do that and feel your aura yourself.
Wow.
And they do feel it, and they say, wow, they never thought about it. When we do a chakral meditation, in that also, they can feel the energy vibration, the vortex moving. They feel that, and they can, most of the people I've seen, sometimes their heart chakra gets opened, sometimes their Agya chakra gets opened, sometimes their root chakra. So now every chakra has a certain responsibility, like, if you have a career stability problem or a stability problem in your life, finances are stuck up. That means your lower chakra, especially your Muladhara chakra, which is also called as the root chakra, is probably dilapidated or probably not healthy. So when you deal with it, when you heal it, automatically your finances, your stability, your health will improve.
Right.
If you have a relationship problem, then probably your sacral chakra is not working properly. So if you are unable to express yourself, so maybe your throat chakra is not working properly. If you have a lot of grief in you, then maybe your either solar plexus chakra is not working properly or your heart chakra is not working properly. So when you deal with those issues of your life, like I do in my workshop, I scan energies. I can scan your energies without touching your body, and I can actually scan your chakras. And I can actually tell you what problem you are facing in your life at this point of time without your even uttering a word to me.
Wow.
Not even telling me your name. I can actually scan your energies and tell you that. So that's the power of aura. That's the power.
Is that similar to Reiki?
chakras.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah, Reiki is a part of an extension of chakras. What you do in Reiki is also you're taking up divine energies and you're sending it to the body. So it's also energy healing. And that's also one of the patterns that helps. And when I do meditation, I combine Reiki, pranic, I combine spiritual enlightenment energies, and also I combine mantra chanting. So every chakra has a certain mantra assigned to it, or certain god assigned to it. And then when we activate that, automatically once the chakra is healthy and it starts opening up, one witnesses a lot of positive changes in one's life.
Sounds good. One of the things that you're quite famous for, Nandita ji, is your accuracy in predictions. Now, I'm curious to know what factors play a part in reaching an accurate reading or outcome in any given situation, and how much does the solar system or planetary placements influence one's life when you're talking about accuracy?
See, I have been on television for last 18 years now, and I've been writing columns for news magazine, newspaper, Hindi newspaper from the Times of India group, Navbharat Times. This is my 19th year writing columns for them. And even the weekly columns that I write, weekly predictions, people have, and I'm very open to it because I have a science background, so I'm very open to the database that people give me back.
Right.
So I tell them, I said, give me whatever feedback you have, whether it has come true on you or it did not apply to you at all. Just send me the data. So the database that I have is astounding. I mean, the way people have come to me even after the weekly focus, they said that, it has been so accurate on them. So they want a personal guidance, because if weekly focus can be that accurate, how the personal guidance surely would be more accurate. And being on television for 18, 19 years, I've been mostly doing a lot of predictions. I think I'm the only astrologer to make maximum number of predictions on television news channels, and with the 99% accuracy. I mean, God has been so kind. And all I do is, it's all connected with the planets, their movement, and individually, if I'm doing a prediction on a certain person, their chart, and the planetary movements, it is beautiful and it's very, very accurate. It's just that, one needs to sit down, relax, and work out the structure, the permutation and combinations that the planets will have. And the results are amazing. There is always a 1% or a 5% chances of human error. That could be a possibility. One is not God. But yes, astrology is a beautiful science. It's a science about constellation, the nakshatras, the planets, and how they work. And I was reading somewhere that, in one of the Atharva Vedas, we have mentioned Krishna Madhi Krishnam.
Right.
Sorry, Chandra Madhi Krishnam. Now, Chandrama is moon, Madhi means soil, Krishna means dark in color, black in color. Now, this has been mentioned in Atharva Ved. And Atharva Ved is, let's say, 5,000 to 8,000 years old. Okay. Now, when the NASA scientists got the soil from the moon, they actually said that the soil is dark gray in color. Now, how do scientists and our saints knew about this? So many years ago, not even a million years ago, they knew about it. So that is how the level of accuracy of astrology would come, because the parameters that we work on is not made by us, or even the today modern scientists. It's been done by those ancient seers who actually knew. There is a mantra it's a Gopi Krishna mantra. And when you chant that mantra, it's a 3-line mantra. And when you chant that mantra and you put that in alphabetical orders and you assign numbers 1, 2, 3 to them, the alphabets, you will see that mantra actually brings in the value of pi up till 31 decimal points, accurate value of pi. So basically these teachings were taught orally to their disciples, and it went down, but over a period of a time, it got lost, and we just were aware about the mantras. We didn't know the significance behind it. Mm-hmm. Now, slowly we are trying to understand, how beautiful Indian astrology is, how we are connected, how they can imply on our lives, and how accurate they can be. It is like, sometimes it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. I can hear the passion in your voice.
Yeah, and I feel so, even now I'm having goosebumps.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Super accurate.
Yeah. Now, in your astrology and meditation workshops, Nandita ji, in Milton Keynes, you've been talking about something called ancestral curse and how to release it. If someone attends your workshop, how does it help them?
See, ancestral curse commonly is also called as Pitra dosha in one's chart,
right.
When we talk about Indian astrology. And normally what happens is one of the ancestors, maybe, what we believe in is, we have this huge ancestral lineage that we have. And maybe some ancestor probably was not, passed away when that particular soul was not really in a very happy state. Now, what happens is they look down to their ancestral line and their lineage, and they look forward to it that maybe one of them would probably ease out their problems and ease out the issues they are having and help them in actually merging with the divine. Now, what happens is over a period of a time, or maybe in the lineages and generations to come, we forget about it. Then eventually it starts coming in a horoscope as a mark of indication where when we have a Pitra dosh, we kind of face problems in life. There'll be hurdles, unnecessary blockages. There'll be issues related to children. There'll be so many problems. And then when one goes to an astrologer, then when we look into the chart, we find there is a Pitra dosha. So that means there is an ancestral curse that is running in the family. And maybe it's like an ancestor trying to make a wake-up call and trying to tell you that please help me. Wow. So I don't take it as negative. I take it as a positive sign where one of the ancestors probably is trying to ask you to help him or her to appease the lords to gods to help them to move.
Right. And you've identified it, and now you can do something about it.
From the pain that they have. Yeah. So when we do that in a meditation, when that ancestral curse is released, and when we try to send them healings and light through a meditation, what happens is they are released from their pain, and in return they bless you also.
Right.
And when they bless you, automatically after that, soon in time, you will see that suddenly things are easing out in your life. The relationship issues which were there are no more there. The financials that were stuck up are not there anymore, and the influx of abundance of growth, happiness, success. That helps. It's a beautiful, and this time, these 15 days time of Ashwin month, we call it the Shraddh period time, are running right now. And as luck would have it, I would be in Milton Keynes on 28th and 29th. So I thought if I am there, let me actually organize ancestral curse releasing workshop where if people attended, I can help them out in releasing the Pitra dosha they have in their charts or in their horoscope. And even if you don't have a Pitra dosha in your chart, even if you attend it, it really helps in bringing them moksha, closer to the divine light. It is a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey of meditation, and I would, if your listeners are listening to it, I would really, really say that if you can come, please do attend it. It's beautiful meditation, and you will definitely find a lot of relief after that. I'm just hoping that as many people can benefit from it. That will really be great. And I keep doing those fortnightly meditations back in India.
Right.
And the way people join me and the way people, have found success and happiness in life, and even the family bondings have increased, and they've improved, and finances have improved, career projections have improved. It's a beautiful journey, once you... Right. Meditation is like addiction. It's the
I know.
Addiction, I know. And it is a key to actually achieve anything that you want. key to achieve things that you want.
Absolutely. And it's just it's a feeling like no other. I can vouch for that. Nandita ji, when you're in India, when you're not in the UK, do you do meditation sort of sessions online or anything? Do you do virtual classes that people from, abroad can join you on?
Yes, I do that. And I have my website also where I keep updating about those workshops and all. And normally I do fortnightly meditations. They are on Zoom and people connect. Yeah, people do connect on that. And online sessions are, of course, there. And my website address is www.nanditapandey.biz. And they can log on to that. They can have online sessions there. And since I'm already here, and I would be in Milton Keynes for 2 days, so Shivani would be the right person to connect with for personal appointments as well. If you want some guidance, yes, I would love to help you.
Nandita ji, you know what? It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and it's been so insightful for sure as well. Thank you so much for the enlightenment.
Thank you, and God bless you too. And I would like to close it there by saying Atma Namaste. And when I say Atma Namaste, it means that my soul bows to the soul in you, the divine energy in you. And I also send in the same healing light to you. So I would end up with Atma Namaste for all your listeners as well. So may God bless you all. And do see if you can connect with me in Milton Keynes. That'll be nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandita ji. Thank you. Bye-bye.